Jelly's out. You're watching the Unova Classic. This is round 6 of a triples tournament where you're only allowed to use Pokemon up through Generation 5. This is round 6, so if you missed rounds 1 through 5, I would go check them out. I'm leading Jellicent, Abomasnow, Zapdos because that's part of what I'm using in this sort of semi-Hail team. And I'm going to see my opponent lead with a Ferrothorn, Rotom, and Politoed. So we're going to have a little weather war here. Abomasnow, faster than Politoed, so Snow Warning is going to put the hail up, but then Politoed's Drizzle is going to take the hail away and make it rain. The way weather abilities work is that whichever Pokemon on the board is slower, that's the weather that stays, because the faster Pokemon's weather activates, and then the slower Pokemon's weather overrides it. So I'm going to go ahead and toss out a T-Bolt. It's going to almost take out this Politoed. He's going to go for a Rain Dance with his Rotom. A bit of an odd choice, but I can't, yeah, it's just a bit of an odd choice. So we're going to go for Stealth Rocks. Those are going to come in handy later, potentially. I'm a little nervous about them. I'm also a little confused. I don't usually see things like Stealth Rocks, Spikes, and things like that on triples or even in doubles. I see them mostly in singles. I guess Electro Web I see a bit more in triples and doubles. So yeah, I'm going to go for a Giga Drain here. He's going to toss out a Hydro Pump. Onto the Zapdos, doing quite a bit of damage in the rain. It's going to proc my Berry. Did finish off that Politoed, no problem, with another Thunderbolt. And the Energy Ball from Jellicent is going to take out the rest of that Rotom. So, 2 of his Pokemon down, none of my Pokemon down. I have used my Citrus Berry on my Zapdos, and he is going to go for a pretty powerful Gyro Ball onto my Abomasnow, but I know I have the Focus Sash, and everything's all hunky-dory. But Abomasnow is getting a little low, and I do still want to be able to use Snow Warning. So, I'm going to pull him back and send out Sableye. And he sends out Metagross and Kingdra to deal with me. And here, this board in the rain, I don't have a ton of good options. He's going to go ahead and Bullet Punch the Zapdos, trying to get that thing down. That is the Pokemon on my board that has the most knockout potential. Go ahead and get it with a Dragon Pulse. I'm going to be left at 1 HP. And I should go for a Thunderbolt, but I hit a Heat Wave instead. Not a great move, but it does hit both of them. There's a little bit of damage. And Scald's here is going to do quite a bit more damage because it's in the rain, and Scald is powerful in the rain. It's also going to get the burn on Metagross. Scald has a 30% chance to burn. You get them quite often, and it is very nice. He's going to Gyro Ball the Sableye, deal a bit of damage to it. And Sableye is going to go ahead and Fake Out, because next turn onto the Kingdra, stab the Kingdra from Dragon Pulsing. But he is just going to Bullet Punch the Zapdos. Kingdra was probably targeting Sableye. Anyway, so they sort of just trade attacks. Zapdos falls the priority move, and Skull is going to do a little bit less than it did last time, and the burn is not going to KO Metagross this turn. So, Ferrothorn goes for a Power Whip. The Ferrothorn, clearly a bulky variety, because that Power Whip did not do very much to my Jellicent. I was expecting to do more. Here, Abomasnow comes out. I wanted to get some Hail up, but I didn't realize that the damage you take from Stealth Rocks, things like Stealth Rocks and Spikes, happens before your ability comes out. So I thought that your ability activates, and then you take the damage from Stealth Rocks. It's the other way around. So, no Hail will be coming out this game. I go ahead and toss a Quash onto the Kingdra, because Kingdra with Swift Swim is insanely fast. And I do want to slip in a Dragon Claw here to knock it out first. Quash being a move. That... Okay, it makes him go last. So Kingdra would have gone last, even though he normally would go first because he's really very fast. And... yeah, so Garchamp's going to be able to knock him out. I'm going to go ahead and recover with Jellicent because he's just having a real weird matchup with his Ferrothorn where neither of them can really knock each other out. And so that's how that's going to happen. He's going to throw out a Tornadus here. Tornadus, good in this sort of situation because it gets those 100 accuracy Hurricanes while the rain is up. My Garchamp's going to go for a Rock Tomb. If you watched last round, you know that Rock Tomb is not the ideal move that I'd wish to have, but it is the move that I do have. Jellicent's going to move to the center. In triple battles, you can move to the center. This is the only way to sort of get your Pokemon different places on the board, because there are 3 slots and because there's so few moves that let you hit everything. The Tornadus is going to go for that 100 accuracy Hurricane. That's going to hit Jellicent, but Cursed Body is going to leave it disabled. So anyway, yeah, Jellicent popped to the middle, and Sableye ate the Power Whip that was meant for Jellicent, and so Heatran's going to come and take his place. And Heatran, very powerful Fire-type Pokemon, is going to go ahead and, even though it's raining, the Overheat is going to pound through that Ferrothorn, because it is 4 times weak to Fire-type attacks. So Garchamp's going to finish this off with a Rock Tomb, and that'll be it for Round 6. I hope you enjoyed watching. Tune in for Round 7 of the Unova Classic. Thanks.